Hello and welcome to my review of Deponia. It's a point-and-click adventure game made by the German company Daedalic Entertainment. Or at least I suppose that's how you pronounce their name. You never quite know with the German language. And if you're familiar with this company, you know that they've made a lot of point-and-click adventure games over the years. Now the story is spanned across 3 separate games, although why they didn't make episodes I'm not quite sure. The lead character of these games is Rufus, who lives on the planet named, you guessed it, Deponia, which is made up entirely out of garbage. It may be a reference to the future of planet Earth. Rufus's main goal in life is to get away from Deponia and live in Elysium, the idealistic society that floats above the planet's surface. In order to get to Elysium, Rufus builds contraptions in the style of Wallace and Gromit, except none of them ever work. And people tell him that they won't work, but he has very selective hearing. He's completely deaf to any negative feedback. And during one of his adventures with these contraptions, he meets the love of his life, Goal, who he knocks unconscious in the process. The few moments when she wakes up, she only speaks gibberish. This is because her entire personality is loaded into a cartridge. This cartridge contains her memories, personality traits, and basically her consciousness. The cartridge of course gets damaged when she is knocked unconscious, and her brain isn't firing on all cylinders. Also on this cartridge are the access codes to the elevator that leads to Elysium. When news gets out about these codes, everybody starts hunting them in order to get the access codes. The pursuers include her fiancé Cletus, the Organon, who look like a combination of Darth Vader and the SS, a mafia-like organization that goes by the name of Disorganized Crime, and a group of resistance fighters who want to destroy the Organon's oppressive regime. Now, the resistance is led by probably one of the most insulting characters I've ever heard, which is Janosch. He speaks English with a Dutch-Belgian accent that goes beyond ridiculous.
Yes, recruitment operations are running smoothly. I must have underestimated my charisma.
Or the fact that nobody likes being blown to smithereens.
Tony? You?
Rufus?
Ah, you seem to have met. Number 26. This is number 2, our spiritual guide.
Rufus is number 2? That must be a joke.
Like any good point-and-click game, Deponia has a lot of cool puzzles, and some of them are even based on real-world knowledge, such as ordering food and reading laundry tags. The art style is, of course, like any self-respecting point-and-click game, in the cartoon 2D style. This gives room for a lot of details that would otherwise be lost when you go for a 3D environment. The only gripe I have with the art style is that they've skipped out on a few animations, such as when you're handing items to other characters, Rufus reaches inside his coat and then extends his arm when he clearly has nothing in his hand, and stuff just disappears from your inventory. The same happens when you pick up items, unless he has to bend down and then basically cover the item he's picking up. Stuff just disappears out of thin air. This kind of thing was passable back in the pixel days, but this shit doesn't fly anymore. You need to show people that you know what you're doing. Now, I'm gonna steal from Yahtzee's Psychonauts review for a bit and list just a few of the things that make this experience worthwhile. You can change the planet's magnetic field in order to mess with carrier pigeons. You meet a robotic mail clerk that is obsessed with bubble wrap. You visit a restaurant that is run by a Lovecraftian character that only serves platypus. You have a rope merchant specializing in hangmans and nooses located next to a shrink's office. And you get to feed a group of orphans to a vegetarian sewer monster.
What was that? Meow. No, that was not a cat. That was something big. A cow! A cow must be entangled in this pile of junk. So it would seem. Stupid animal.
Whew, it's a good thing I'm always thinking on my feet.
Get ready for another violent round of Platypus Attacker! And fight! Mash his face!
Here, fishy fishy!
My recommendation is don't try to play all 3 games back to back, because some of these jokes do get very old and Rufus just can't stop stroking his own ego. Or you can just turn off the sound and enjoy the puzzles. Now, this is just my opinion, yours may differ.